Wow. Okay. Do what you want to do. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Hit thumbnail and save. That should do it. All right. So this morning we got three movers. Two of them are actual penny stocks, NVVE and RSLS. These two, we'll see what they want to do. But the biggest mover and the one that can probably get the most volatile is BTAI. So we'll definitely be watching BTAI. Let's go ahead and jump over to the daily chart on this. BTAI, we've seen that it had a recent bottom that it hit right here at the what is this? 228s. We draw this support all the way across from back here. Had a little bit higher support around this 371. Good morning, good morning. Yeah, Street Smart Edge. Well, I'll be circulating. I'll be going back from Street Smart Edge back over here to Charles Schwab where I got my scan or not Charles Schwab, TOS where I have my scanners and my news, and we'll keep it moving. But yeah, BTAI right now we're identifying supports from previous history. The first one is that two around that 225-ish level. Um, what's being deleted? Wait a minute. They said what's gonna be deleted? No. On your you trade on your phone? Oh my gosh. You are a wow. You're a different type. You're a different breed. Street Smart Edge isn't being canceled. If anything, I was thinking you were talking about Thinkorswim, but they did say they were going to work on integrations into. I need to look into this because this I have not heard about this. I heard about Thinkorswim. They said they were keeping it because everybody thought they were going to get rid of Thinkorswim, but I haven't heard about the Street Smart Edge. Let me go look this up. Let's go. Will what do we say? Will Street Smart Edge by Charles Schwab be deleted or be discontinued would be a more appropriate word. Discontinued. Oh, what in the world? I left something out right there. I don't even know. How soon will Schwab kill Street Smart Edge? Let's see. And this is Reddit, so I don't know how. This is 2 years ago. Okay, we need something a little bit more relevant. Past year. Street Smart Edge going away in 2024. Let's see. Let's see. Terrible news. Schwab is retiring Street Smart Edge. They will give a 60-day notice beforehand. Though I have tried to use TOS in the past, I absolutely hated it for trading options. I'll probably keep my Schwab account, but we'll look into other brokerages for the time being. Okay, but this is Reddit though. Let's see. I want to get a little bit more confirmation on this. It's all about what you're used to. First, a little TOS. I was really looking forward to moving to Thinkorswim. Not gonna lie. I might be able to. We're gonna see. We're gonna see what they want to do. I got that email as well. Oh, it's in the email. Let me look at the email. Okay, now I gotta figure out which email they will send to. I got so many emails. Let's see. Charles Schwab. Charles Schwab Daily Live. No. Schwab Alerts. I just have to look into this more to see what all that they're talking about. I mean, for me, I'm like, at this point, I'm not taking a whole lot of trades. So going back to TOS isn't the worst thing. You know, I'm not really in a position where I need shares fast. I'm buying at support and resistance, so I'm getting the shares that I want. I can buy the ask, the bid, all that. It doesn't matter. I'm gonna get filled. So, but if you're looking for really fast stuff, the only thing is a lot of times when we were seeing Street Smart Edge or TOS have issues, especially during that whole when the market was super volatile during like 2020. Street Charles or not TOS would have issues, and then Charles Schwab wouldn't. So you could actually jump back, go to one or the other depending on which one was having problems, right? So if TOS is messing up, jump over to your Schwab account. If Schwab, well, Schwab really doesn't have a whole lot of issues like that, but if they do, I guess you could jump back over to TOS. The other thing I guess that I haven't been using over here on Charles Schwab is the hotkeys. Of course, you can set up your hotkeys. They're way more customizable than TOS's hotkeys, but they're not as advanced level as something like maybe Lightspeed or something where you can actually take percentages. Like if I wanted to cut 50% of my position, 25% of my position, that kind of thing. Or I think Lightspeed and Trade Zero has those type of options. Let me see what Mike B's posted. Um, he says, I find E-Trade works well on my phone. Street Smart Edge is being canceled. I am so upset. Also, I use Street Smart Edge on my Mac. They bought TD. Yeah, because they want TOS. No joke. They sent you an email. Yeah, I'm gonna have to find that email because I am oblivious for real. But yeah, BTAI is gonna be the top mover for the day. And the other thing that I'm gonna miss if they do this is the level two, a clear level two that we can see and customize the fonts on TOS, their level two is garbage. Oh my gosh. That's one of the biggest reasons that I got away from TOS. Their level two is just it'll give if you got if you have seizures or anything like that, TOS is not the thing for you. Um I wish that they would integrate some kind of customizable features into their level twos, or if they're going to fully get away from Street Smart Edge, take the good from Street Smart Edge and integrate it into TOS. Cause oh my gosh, that I haven't had a headache in so long since I haven't been using TOS level two. Um, but yeah, RSLS BTAI. Oh, what are we doing? We're looking at levels. Trying to get levels here on BTAI. I was zoned out for a minute. Okay, so yes, we have the levels down here at 225. We have another one at the $4 level, right at the top of this little breakout here. Right now we're at 333, so we'll have to see what it does when it hits this $4 level up here, and can it break through it? And then we have this gap. So this gap is kind of like, I don't know what to color this. Color me, just put horizontal lines here in this gap. I might need to change the color. It looks a little, it's like you can't really see them. Got this gap here. But that is crazy. I completely missed that email. Actually, my emails, I get so many emails. Sometimes when I see a Charles Schwab email, I think it may just be a trade or e-confirmation for a trade, so I just skip over it. And that's probably what happened. I don't know, when did they send that email out? Was it like earlier this week or what? We also have another gap up here, but this is all the way up at 11. So I'm pretty sure it'll find some heavy resistance if it jumps all the way up here to $11. Also, let's look at this news as well on this one, BTIA, BTAI. The news says BioXcel Therapeutics jump pre-market after a positive audit of trial data integrity. Okay. Exactly. TOS doesn't even have a red to green for your P&L. Yeah, I don't know. I feel like they're gonna have a lot of unhappy customers. I mean, to be honest, I don't know, man. I might just go try trade zero or something. Cause going back to TOS may, I mean, I'll use TOS for the scans and the news, but that's about it. That's all I can really use it for is the scanners and the news. But I do enjoy the coding though, and creating my own scans and stuff like that, creating my own scripts. That is one of the plus sides to it. BTAI looking like it's going for this top side here. Already over, looking for the 350 touch and tap. Up 52% on the day. It was last week and they hid the fact till the very end. Yeah. That's crazy. Because I actually called them like a couple months ago and I was like, hey, what are y'all going to be doing with the TOS and all this? And they were like, well, we're going to work on integrations. So I'm like, okay, cool. Guess I have to call them again and see what's up. They got great, Schwab has great customer service though, for real. TOS, trying to think, did I ever even need to call their customer service? I think one time they had this, I think they had some kind of hiccup during one trading day that I needed to call or something where orders wasn't getting filled or whatnot, and I was in like 500 something shares for like 2 or 3 hours. I was like, you know what? I'm just gonna chill out and just wait, you know. But they ended up getting that resolved, which was okay. But still, their customer service, unless they switch over, if Schwab's customer service comes to TOS, that'd be great. All right, so BTAI hit this top in another sign of resistance up here, right above the ooh, it's a nasty little drop there, right down to the. I was about to say the 325s, but now it's below the 325s. So very interesting movements here. I'm looking for something with a little bit of range. As you can see, we try to keep up with this average true range to see what our range in stocks are. We see MOC. When you look at this average true range, I mean, what can you get out of this? I'm looking for 25% of whatever the average true range is. So basically, I just take this, multiply by 25%, and that's the amount of cents that I'm trying to get. So if it's like 11 cents, what can I even get from that? Right? Like, okay, well, you guys are going to give me 11 cents, multiply this by 25%. And so I'm looking for a 2 cent winner. I can't do that. I need to be paid. TOS even glitches on the phone. I didn't even know that. I thought they had fixed all that nonsense. That's crazy. Man, if I was riding in my car and I was in a position trying to exit, oh my gosh, the road rage that would ensue. No, I'm kidding. It's all about keeping those emotions under control, right? Okay, we got about 15 minutes to the bell, and BTAI is the main mover on the day with 17 million shares traded. We've already identified the levels for it. RSLS thing didn't even go anywhere. Okay. Basically just a struggle bus. Up 46% supposedly. Okay. So we'll just be patient and let things fall into our lap. Something comes up. Usually I'm looking for the support or whatever to be tested before lunchtime. I have been increasing my hold time, so if it comes before lunchtime and I enter, I'll hold it. You know, I let it play out, especially if it's got some good range, like above $1 in ATR, and I'm looking for 25% of that. That's 25 cents off the rip that I'm trying to get. Maybe on 300 to 500 shares, depending on the price. It might be 1,000 shares, but you know, 25, 50 cents on something like that is beautiful. Quick win. But the only other thing that I really have to start doing is putting those limit orders out to be filled up high. Because a lot of times it'll get up to the price that I plan to get half at, and I'll be like, you know what, I'll hold a little longer. I'm already green anyway. I'll put my stop loss in at break even, and I'm like, okay, I'm good, and it will bounce down. It'll bounce down, break even, and pop right back up. I'm like, this would be the day, right? I'm up. I'm looking at my P&L. I'm like up 250 bucks. I'm like, okay, cool. I'm gonna let it ride. And it's like, okay, I got to wait for consolidation and then put that first stop in, because those bounces are crazy, especially with some of the lower floats that I do trade. Um, as the volume comes in, you can see a little snap, couple of kind of market moves and snaps back and forth. And BTAI is looking like it's headed back to $3. But yeah, just it's all about patience. Cause I've seen over the past 2 months, 3 months, 4 months using this strategy, it keeps me green and it gets the profit pretty quick. So I'm like, just got to set those limit orders out for that half sale at that 25% mark. If it's going to be 30 cents, it gets the 30 cents, sell half. If it drops back down 15 cents, sell the rest. It's lost too much, you know. But it's all profit. So, but yeah, BTAI, what is going on with this dumping? If we look out here on the 15-minute, previous struggle point was right under this 289. So we'll see what this becomes as support, but that's on the 15-minute. We can jump up to the higher time frames, and we're seeing that it's pressing, and it may actually make this either become support or resistance. I'll make this line blue. This could be support or resistance forming right there above the 3. We'll see what it wants to do. Let's go and look. Well, once the daily opens, we'll be able to see about that one as well. BTAI got the blue line that may become support or resistance. Got this 291 down here that is pressing towards. We can see on the level 2, 79,000 shares at the $3. I don't know if that's a buyer or a seller. And then these are the levels that we've already marked up. It's got this nice gap here. I think if it does rip through this, I mean, 1190 is going to be crazy. But I keep my expectations low. I'm looking for a clear bottom to try to play off of here. And the clearest bottoms are back here at the 225 and right up here at the right around 375. 225, 375, somewhere up in there. 375 would be resistance now, but 225, just a little bit far down for today. If it falls back to 225, it's over. So maybe a 275 hold could be more plausible today. 275, but I'm looking at these $quarter levels as a little bit of support. 275 right there, 250. 250 is kind of far as well, but we'll see what they want to do. Right now, BTAI has a average true range of 30 cents. Has a relative volume right now that isn't calculating. It's going to have to wait till the open and it's going to recalculate. I'm pretty sure that is well over what its average trading is. If we look at right here on the average volume year to date, it's 1 million shares. So it's done 18 of those. So it's 18x its average year to date volume. And then 30 cents, let's see what about that. So 30 cents, if we multiply that by 25, 7-cent winner, that's a little bit better than 2 cents. But 7-cent winners, it should be giving 7 cents back to back to back very easily. The size that was at $3 earlier was 79,000 shares. It has gone down to 14,000. So a little bit of shrinkage there. And then 275, where we were looking at, has 26,000. So those $quarter levels just make sense to people. You know what I mean? And then you look on the level twos and you get your confirmation. But these are level twos on the books. So these orders have not been filled yet. So we have to see what action happens when they reach these big milestones like 274 and let's see 250. 250, not that much there. That is quite a push down. But yeah, let's see what it wants to do. NVVE going on down and RSLS going on down. Good morning, Donnell. Let me see. You know how TOS has parentheses for losses instead of in red? Oh my gosh, I forgot about that. Yeah. Yeah. You just reminded me of all the reasons that I don't like TOS. What? Could you sell TOS to me? Make it better. Come on now. You selling me a horrible product here. I I don't know, man. I'm just gonna have to see what I want to do. Because I am definitely willing to pay for trading software if I have to. For real. I don't really even care. It says, so on the phone app, when you sell a put or call to receive a credit, they give you the total in parentheses. Customer service said, well, don't worry about that, Ellen. Oh, Donnell says he doesn't see anything in the morning. I mean, anything in the moment. We're gonna see, man. I was thinking 275 could be a spot where it retests some of this resistance, but I don't know how real this resistance is. Let's jump over here to the 15-minute chart on TOS. This is what it's looking like. So this bottom was 295 here, and it looks different on TOS. Where the actual bottom is, it's kind of weird. because it definitely isn't there on Street Smart Edge. So 295 right there. I'll keep that one in mind as well. I guess I'm close to it, right? This little area right here that I got marked 291, kind of close. We'll see what happens there. But it keeps doing these slam downs. What is wrong with this thing? These pops are crazy. Hmm. So at least we know that if this thing does start the whole halting game, it'll probably be what? 10 cents or 20 cents? What is it? For stock that's above, well, where did it close yesterday? It closed at 234. So that'll be what? 20 cents? 20 cents until a halt. If it halts up or down, we'll see. But we have been seeing the whole halt game over these past couple of weeks. We've seen things they just aren't tradable when they get to the just halting like that. You just barely have time to press buy or sell. And it's really about just having limit orders out there to hopefully fill you. And I don't really like trading with a whole lot of hope. It just doesn't make sense. Go ahead and get rid of RSLS. If you got a strategy for that, you can let it rain on that one, but I'm looking for more range than that. NVVE, trash as well. This is hump day, so did we have any kind of news coming out on hump day today? Let's see. FOMC. January 2023. What's this month? October, November, nothing there to be seen. Today is the 25th. Not really seeing much around here. Okay. I don't really see anything. We got about less than 2 minutes left. The only bad thing about the 275 and all of that is actually there's a little bit of looks like some type of support down here that could happen around that 290 level again. So yeah, 290 isn't looking horrible. But maybe I see a breakdown of that and then a reclaim of 290 could be something edible. Okay, so they showed positive findings. What is it that they were finding? Alzheimer's trial data. Okay. Wait, what? No evidence of misconduct or fraud. No findings identified that impact data integrity. 50% of subjects enrolled at a single trial site. Okay, blah, blah, blah. Evaluate. Okay, this sample size provides 95% confidence level. We'll see, man. This is another one of those bio stocks that, bio stocks be doing crazy stuff anyway. But yeah, 250 is a little bit too far for me. I don't think it's going to be doing anything down at 250. 275, it just needs to hold above it. Market has just opened. I'm gonna see if it can come down here and stay above this 275. Looking over here on TOS, we can see that it hit a little bit of a bottom, tried to make a higher, but it's got to stay above $3 here. And it's getting very, very jumpy around these levels. 10 cents away from the 3. And remember this blue line right here, I was trying to see, was it going to become resistance or is it going to become support at this 310? Like they want to get that 325 push, huh? $325s, 327s. So it tested the top side of these bodies at the 328. Does it want to find, I don't know what this is now. Is this resistance or is it support? Will it become support at the 330s? Another little touch. Up 40% right now. All right. So again, we got two lines that we really don't know what this thing wants to do. It's kind of just trying to get out of this previous red candle, but finding some struggles popping around here. Next test is, can it hold up 310s? So looking over here on the daily chart, we can see that this thing is kind of like in the indecision right here. The breakout would be the 370s if it can get going. Red on the day will be under 305. Under 305. And now for those who trade VWAP heavy, over here on TOS, it's showing that it is under VWAP. VWAP looks like it's at 322. And over here on Street Smart Edge is 318 for the VWAP. We'll see which one is more accurate, but they're so close it really doesn't matter. Sometimes they get a little off when things get extended though. But we know people see it go under VWAP, they just give up. They start giving up. Especially in the first couple of minutes. They're like, oh, that's weakness. It's gonna dump. Which makes sense because we see that a whole lot. .320's trying to hold. This first 15-minute candle has 6 million shares traded on it. But see, this is part of the strategy that messes a lot of people up when they do the gap and go strategy, where they just are like, this thing isn't going, I'm getting out. This is one of those things where people get tired of. They take a lot of trades in here and they're looking for this thing to just go on one of these rips. But right now it's looking like it's finding a range. Let's look at the SPY real quick to see what the overall market sentiment is. We're seeing the SPY is coming down right now. 420 level. It was trading upward a little bit, but now going back down, looking like it wants to get back under the 420. So overall market sentiment is definitely not bearish, or definitely not bullish. Let's jump over here to the NQ and see what it has going on for it. NQ is nice and down. We see the NQ taking a nice little, and this is a 15-minute chart as well, but this is one 15-minute chart moving from the 740s down here to the 653s. So that's not as bullish as we would like it. But sometimes penny stocks do not care about that. Sometimes they get irrational. So just because the market's going down, it may just completely be strong against the market. .325s continue to be tested. It might go ahead and push here. It keeps on staying above that 325. Okay, there it is, getting over those 30s. Such a struggle trading within the cents there. 330 has 30,000 shares right there on the books. Let's see how easily it breaks down through the 330s though. 330s. Can we see 29s back on the tape? Because that would be weakness going back into the 20s at this point. 30s, 30s. Okay, no 20s coming up yet, so it's holding the 30s here. See, saw those 35s just briefly. Just playing around. There it is, going back down, touching the 25s. All right. So can we get any bottom testing around the 290 or at the $3, that whole dollar level? Will it give a bounce? Shorts getting active. Yeah, this stock, I don't know, acting quite weird and not just going. It may be a grinder throughout the day, but we really don't know. We don't have enough intraday data to know if it's a grinder or not. But continues to find resistance at the 30s. We see 2020s pop back on every so often. So if it does get back below this line here, I'll go ahead and call that resistance because it will be going below what it did in pre-market. So I'll change this one to red if it gets on down under this. Maybe it gets halfway, like under the 320s. I'll call this resistance up here. 323s, 320s. All right, we're gonna call this resistance on the day. Right up there at the 330s, and we'll see what this one becomes. Will this be support around the 310s or more resistance? Okay, back under the 320s. So that's two failures back below the 320s. Will they get a continuation push or will it be able to hold around this 320 level? TOS is having some issues over here getting charts up. Don't know why. I didn't even have a whole lot running on my computer or my network. So at this point, this is where we can kind of start actually read. Sometimes candlestick reading is accurate, sometimes it's not. But what we're seeing now on the hour chart, we're seeing some nice wicks downward, multiple wicks making lower highs. So it's not just that the pressure is up here, the pressure is able to continue to make it make lower highs. So how do you handle that? What do you look for? Well, I'm looking for at least an exhausted move. If it's gonna dive, let it kind of calm down, and let new buyers come in if they're gonna come in, right? And risk off of that whatever support level. But as of right now, we don't know which way it wants to go. Could go higher, could go lower. And I mean, you have to calculate what your percentages to win is here. It's a 50-50. If you were just to come right now and just press the buy button, it's a 50-50 chance. It can go either way. But you could just have your risk managed where it's like, okay, if it does not go my way, where am I going to stop out? So right now it's at 319. Where would you stop out? $3? That's a 19-cent risk for the 50% chance that it will go higher, right? But if you look for exhaustive moves, like a move to the upside or the downside that is exhaustive, you increase your percentage, right? It's not just a 50-50 if it'll go lower. Some more, let's see, what in the world's going on over here? What is this? ASPA, I don't know if I want to even see this. Yeah, TOS, something is going on. I don't know what's wrong with them. It is tripping. I'm not having any problems over here on Street Smart Edge with loading anything. Aspa went into a halt. I saw it pop on my skin. I was like, what is this? But I don't even like that setup. And now we see BTAI coming on down. Low float range. Okay, my TOS is frozen now. It's just trash, man. Like, why is it freezing? It has no, like, everything on Street Smart Edge is working. This is why I don't want them to push us to TOS. They need to fix these issues. It just doesn't make sense. And now it's barely moving. That's It just aggravates me every time I think about having to go to TOS or something else. I'd rather learn something else that's gonna be quality than, get delays from TOS. And then think about it. If everyone from Schwab has to go to TOS for another free trading broker, how much more issues is that going to create with that increase in population on TOS servers or a TOS application? I guess they will be using Charles Schwab servers at that point, but it would just be the application load will be getting higher. BTAI had a little low here right at the $3 level. Did not want to fail out. VWAP is a crossing point of 321. At this point, I mean, you could risk 310. The hour chart, or the hour bar is still green, but this would be the first hour that's closing green on the day if it closes green. But we've seen a struggle at 320 already. So my question is, how much further can it go down? Can it give us better prices on an exhausted move down? And if it goes too far down and gives back, I mean, ends up at like 15 cent or 15% on the day, who will be looking at this stock, right? Because it's really close to going red on the day. Usually the stocks that we look at that are going to be strong are going to continue getting higher and higher. It'll be up 10% out of the open, 20% out of the open. This one's up 2% out of the open. So that's not a large sign of strength. Not a large sign of strength at all. And continues to go towards that crossover point back to a green to red move. All right, let's jump over here and look at the scans and see what's actually up. What else is up? Tesla. Look at this ATR on Tesla, $10.68. That's insane. That means my little, I mean, what, looking for like $2 or $3 off of that move. That's crazy. Or even more, like $4 or $5 actually. Microsoft is also up. And this is what I'm saying. When I'm trying to switch, the volume stops reading and the charts don't come up. Like, what is this? That's the kind of stuff I'm talking about. I don't, and I'm sitting here watching this thing buffer. Let me go and look at the actual what's going on out here on the servers here. Was it Thinkorswim? Or TD Ameritrade, man. TD Ameritrade. So it's saying users indicate or report indicate no current problems at TD. Most reported problems are trading, login, and online brokerage. Let's see, this is 6 days ago, so no recent comments here about anything. So it may just be me. I wonder, is it overcast outside? Let me go and see. I'm trying to give them the benefit of the doubt. Clear blue skies is all I see. Clear blue skies. That's not a cloud in the sky. BTAI coming on back up though to that 322. Still has this, what I'm thinking is resistance, but it's just not doing a strong push up to this level. More and more volume coming around at 320 though. I just don't trust this on the way that it's moving. If it explodes, that's great, but I'm looking for an exhaustive move. I know the shorts are looking for an exhaustive move as well. If it does start ripping, they're going to put their big boy shoes on to get this thing back down, which is why I don't want to get caught in that. But yeah, this kind of stock just seems like it's wasting my time. I really would like to see more aggressive movements, more direction out of the open than this. Anyway, 325s again on the board. Popping up there, 330s real quick. So how do y'all trade when you trading something that's flat? Would you rather not trade it, or do you have a strategy to trade flat like movements, things that aren't breaking out, they aren't really doing much at all? Let's see what this range is. This range, it moved from $3 up to 335 on this first movement. On this second movement, it was 310 up to 330, so about 20 cents. The first one was 35 cents. This one's about 20 cents. Seems like it's tightening down. We'll see if it wants to get going though. Will it get back under 320? Will it do a double top here? The top of this previous candle was the 335. Very close to that 335 level. Donnell says the small caps are cold. Yeah, a little bit. Little bit today, or this week really. Monday, Tuesday, it's just been, I haven't seen anything that's even crossed my scanners to trade that had range and everything else that I look for. But that's how it is for a couple of days. Sometimes you have days where it's like, I'm not even gonna try that. And that's when you know you practice your patience enough. All right, so back down to the 320s. I just really don't like the way that it continues to come back down to this 320 level, like it's going to dump on one of these 320 tries. Five-minute candle about to close. 30 seconds. And I'm going to close down as well in about 5 minutes. I'm not going to sit here and watch this chop fest. Pay me or I'm leaving. And that's one of the biggest things that I've like had to learn in trading is some people try to adjust to the market, but adjusting to the market really gets you trapped. right? You adjust to what the market is showing you and giving you, all of the traps that they're giving you. Yes, you can make some money, maybe. But what if you just stick to your plan? And you be like, okay, this isn't fit my plan. Cool. We'll wait. We'll see what happens next, right? And that's how you end up decreasing the amount of trades that you actually have to take to make money, by just taking the good A quality setups, whatever your A quality setup is. But we just waiting. Yeah. I just feel like I'm growing gray hair right now. No excitement in this one. Back under 20, I'm gonna go ahead and probably yep, there it is. Under 20. Can they get the continuation push to 315? A small drop. Look at that. Somebody's getting chopped up. $325s. I don't know. It's just 40 million shares traded. Yeah, this thing, I just don't have the hope or the patience to watch this for another 3 minutes. If you guys are going to continue trading for the rest of the day, definitely keep your head on a swivel. Closing scans, what I'm seeing as top volume movers. I mean, this one was the top, well, where is it? BTIA, the top one with range that was moving. There were some other cheaper ones, but I'm not going on those. Um, yeah, not too much to, and then TOS having these issues with bringing up charts. I don't know. I don't even trust TOS right now. I don't know. Whatever. I guess I'll come back in later on in the day and kind of check out the charts, but not to trade anything, but probably look for some more dividends. Still building out their portfolio, looking nice. Bringing in a couple $100 a month, so you know, just drop in the account. It's okay. Haven't reached the 1,000 yet level yet though. I wanna get that 1,000 per month. Would be dope on some dividends. But I am increasing the quality of the dividends as well. I'm letting the payments that I get from my current dividends pay for even higher price dividends like UPS, ABBV, some of those higher price ones. But on months where things are acting up, TOS doesn't want to act right or anything, at least I get the dividends. I say months, on weeks. They come weekly. But anyway, yeah, that is it for me today. 320 is looking like a very questionable, untrustworthy place, but hey, some people are willing to take that risk. It's only a 20 cent risk down here to $3. I'm gonna let y'all have it. Um, as always though, I will see you guys in the next one. Keep your head on the swivel, stay safe, enjoy the rest of your week and your hump day. And as always, peace.